Vintage baseball is taking off, and we've got these guys that are preserving history. Now, tell us, this type of baseball, this vintage baseball, is a little different than the modern day baseball. What's the difference?
Well, what we're doing here is playing a game of baseball by the rules of 1860. This was a point in baseball's history where the game was just beginning to take off, and so it was spreading from primarily around New York out through the rest of the country. We'll see a few major differences. The first thing people will notice is that it was an underhand game. But you'll also see rules that are different. That you'll know that it's baseball, but you'll see some things that don't quite seem the way you expect.
But it's more like, one of them is nobody's wearing a mitt that I can see out there.
That's right. The idea of mitts, they haven't really been developed yet. When they were used, it was mostly for safety, but this is mostly a barehanded game.
Right, and it was the Knickerbockers back in New York City, right? Way back when, that the original vintage baseball team that started.
Well, the Knickerbockers were one of the first clubs. They're the ones who get all the credit because they wrote it down. They wrote down the rules. And so they get a tremendous amount of credit for good reason. And they helped start this game and separate it from other versions of bat and ball games, and really led this game that we call the New York game because of the Knickerbockers to be the one that took over.
Now I notice that it's all age groups. Those team players, you've got seasoned players, younger players. You're getting everyone involved.
Well, so when we talk about vintage baseball, that's a recreation of the way the baseball was played. And one of the hallmarks of vintage baseball today is it really is a much wider age range than you might have found in the 1860s. They play together for exactly the fellowship and exercise that you're talking about.
Well, this is a fantastic background. I mean, you're playing amazing music. All the players are here. You're playing the Detroit team, Detroit baseball club. So this is a very exciting game. Now, Jason, you're actually a player and as well as a chiropractor, and this is all part of the Get Out, Get Healthy campaign, just getting people out, getting involved in sports. So from a chiropractic standpoint, how would you, what would you recommend for these people that want to get involved?
Well, you can't beat getting outside and exercising. I mean, we've got fresh air, beautiful day, exercise, running around, camaraderie, reducing some stress in your life. This is fantastic. If you want to do this, you can search out teams around you. Just go online and type in Vintage Baseball or Vintage Baseball Association, and a wealth of knowledge will open up in front of you that will answer a lot of questions for you.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're about ready to start, so we'll let you go. That's all we have for now. I'm Kathy Schaefer with CR News.